doing, guys? My name is Mahmoud. That was a really flattering introduction from Mahmoud, but really, I'm just like you guys. I went home, I wrote essays, and I presented them, and it was good. I liked it. And the thing is, all of you guys can write essays, and all of you guys have the ability to present them and do well with them, and you just showed me that right now. All of you guys spoke. I took notes on you guys from Mahmoud, but I don't really need them to talk to you right now, because right now we'll just talk. Naya, how old are you?
13.
You're 13?
12.
14.
12.
Shannon?
11.
13.
So you're all above 10. You're almost, you're all heading towards high school. You're all heading towards the rest of your life. You're all getting there. And you all spoke very well. You all spoke very personally. You all talked about how it all affects you. And I was very proud to see that. And I'm really surprised to see how young you all are. The oldest we have is 14, right? And the youngest we have is 11, right? So, I mean, good job, really. The fact that you can talk about how Allah affects you is a very important skill, because if you're going to go home at the end of the day and say, I prayed all 5 prayers, I'm such a good Muslim, then you're not understanding what being Muslim is all about. Being Muslim is all about how you feel, it's all about how Islam is affecting you and how it makes you as a person. Because so many people out there are going to come and tell you that aren't Muslim, and they're going to say, how do you do it? You fast, you don't eat pork, you do all these things. How do you do it? And you can't just tell them, because I want to go to heaven, because you aren't put on this earth just so that, with that end goal. You're put on this earth to please Allah. And as a reward for pleasing Allah, you will be sent to heaven. But to please Allah, you have to make sure that you, yourself, are living in Islam happily, and you're living in Islam in a way that'll make you understand what Islam is all about. And by doing that, you have to connect to Allah. Because at the end of the day, Allah isn't gonna... Think about it this way. If someone came up to you and asked you for money, and you have no idea who they are, you're probably not going to give them money. But if a very close friend comes up to you and asks you for money, you're more likely to give them the money, because they're close to you, you've established a relationship, you're happy to be with them. And that's how you have to be with Allah. Because every time you make dua to Allah, every time you ask Him for anything, He's not going to give it to the person that has never even thought about Him before. He's going to give it to the person that prayed to Him and has built up a relationship with Him and truly loves Allah. And that's where you have to be. And by doing this, this was a really good assignment from Al-Aman. So you guys really got the chance to sit back and reflect about all the good things that you do. All the prayers, all the dua, all the Quran that you read, all of these things are so excellent. And a few of you even talked about like the bad things that you do. And I thought that was really great, because when you talk about the things that you do wrong, as well as the things you do right, then you become more aware, of the things that you mess up in and how you can fix them. And that's a really good place to be. I want you guys to understand that Allah loves all of us. No matter what you do, at the end of the day, Allah is going to love you because you're Muslim. And so you have to understand that if He's going to love you, then you have to love Him back. Because you have to show Allah that you care about Him, and that you aren't just doing it because it's written in the Quran. You're doing it because you truly love Allah. And that's a really important thing. That you love Allah and that you show Him that you love Him, because in turn He'll show you that He loves you. So we have the double-edged sword of being born into Islam. I say it's a double-edged sword because we didn't have to go and discover Islam. We didn't have to go read about it online. We didn't have to go, research it. We didn't have to figure out how we were going to become it behind our families, or even, talk to our families about becoming Muslim. We were born into the religion. But the problem with that is, none of us woke up one day and said, I really want to be with Allah. So that gives us kind of a crutch. And you have to let go of the crutch of being born into Islam. You can't look at it as a birthright, because you had it when you were born. You were born into Islam. That's great. Most of you aren't, I'm assuming. I'm sorry. Did anyone convert? Did anyone's families convert at all, or were you all? Yeah. So, I mean, it's great. You know, it's great that we were safely put into Islam. Allah wanted us to be Muslim. But the problem is, how many of you guys just woke up any day and said, I really love Allah? All of you, right? You all really love Allah. You all want to be with Him. All these things. But you said that because you were born into it. No one, and I'm not saying that anyone here is a bad Muslim, because you're all great Muslims. I'm not saying that anyone here doesn't love Allah as much as anyone that would have converted. But none of us had the ability to, you know, go find Allah on our own. So you have to do that. You know, you have to go find what Allah means to you and how He's affected your life. And by doing this project, you guys have started doing that. And just, I want you guys to do a project for me. You don't have to write anything. You don't have to talk to me ever again. Basically, I just want you every day when you wake up to just say, why do I believe in Allah? What about Allah is important to me? And I don't want you to say, because I want to go to Jannah. Because that's just our end goal. That's just the result of our life. I want you to talk about how He really, really makes you feel. You know, how He's made your life better, how it affects you personally, how it affects your relationships with other people, how being close to Allah affects you. Because once you reach that point where you can really say, Allah, I love Allah because so-and-so, because now that I have Allah, I can talk to other people without being scared. Because now I can do well in life because I have Allah behind me, ready to back me up. When you can say that, then you've really become a good Muslim, and that's where I want you all to be.